Hello, this is Virgil. Today I'm going to be going over building guitar tone for one of the songs that we have the opportunity to lead at Life.Church Derby, and it's called The Joy. So this is a really cool song. I really enjoy being able to be a part of this and to be able to work with the tones. I think this song offers a lot of opportunity to add a lot of really great textures and dynamics that you don't get in a lot of the other songs. So it's been a lot of fun to go over. So let's just kind of walk through a little bit of what we have going on. So this first tone, I call it the wobble, but basically one of the key things you'll notice is this pan tremolo, which, by the way, a lot of the inspiration for this scene came from, I believe, a worship tutorials video that I watched on The Joy, where they kind of had this cool kind of like that element that creates a pulsating effect. So I normally do this in the intro. Yeah, a lot of fun. You'll hear the reverb in the background. That's the Andromeda. I think I said that correctly. Reverb patch. It just kind of adds that airy, I don't know, just some exciting energy at the top end that is kind of there in the background, but that doesn't quite take over, I guess, in the frequency space. So that's the kind of the intro, and then I do go back to that occasionally. The next scene, I call this the main scene. This is like my main lead sound. So one of the things that you'll notice right away is the pitch block that I use, and I put this in parallel, and I started to use this kill dry function, which to me kind of just gives you the raw effect without also feeding in the main signal. In my understanding, and I'm not an expert in fractal audio, that's why I have this connection here. So with the pitch block, I have kill dry on. I have some cuts made as well for this, because I don't really want that pitch block to be all over the frequency spectrum, but to me it sounds good, and I think I got good feedback too from our sound group. Amp is the USAJP, I don't know, you can see it here, the yellow type. I just kind of play with the sounds until it sounds right. Listening back to our mixes after the Sundays really helps me to identify kind of what frequencies to try to cut. I found a lot of my breakthroughs have come from actually making more cuts than adding more, is taking some away. That kind of helps with the clarity aspect. Cab wise, I can't remember where I found these cabs. Probably, yeah, couldn't tell you. They sound good to me. Yeah, so this is normally just used in when I want like big chorusy sounds. The next scene is the verse scene. So as you can see, there's a little bit more of that delay that's pronounced. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I believe on the main line, the delay I'm using is a reverse delay. It just tightens things up a little bit. I started to actually even use the compander, I believe. Let me see if I have that here. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. Actually, maybe not on this one. So let's go to the verse. This is the deluxe mind guy, and as you can see, pretty aggressive cuts here. But for me, that kind of really helps the delay repeats to not kind of muddy up my tone or my mix, so to speak. Yeah, so I have the compander block on here. I don't exactly know what it does, but I really like what it's doing for the actual delay repeats, and also some attenuation and ducker I've started to play with. So what I think that's doing is it's allowing me to not have the delay repeats to come in right away when I'm actually picking. So yeah, that's the verse line. Next we have the bridge. So I don't know if there's a huge difference between, I think maybe I have the level a little bit lower. That part tends to be a little bit more down, so I think I have the overall scene level a little bit lower. Let's take a look at that. Let's see, 4. Yeah, so it is a little bit lower than scene 3, which is my verse scene. Just a slight dip, just to add a little bit of, so it's not overpowering the vocals in that part. The other instruments tend to be a little bit more down in that part, so I kind of brought the level down a little bit to go with it. Now I could use the volume pedal, but it's just one less thing to have to worry about. So that's the verse, or that's the bridge part. And another thing I started to do in kind of conjunction with the EQ, the cuts, is I have a G EQ here, kind of that reverse smile or frown kind of curve that really helps to add clarity to the guitar part, because you got to think bass is living in here and drums are living in here, cymbals, vocals, maybe around this area. So I try to cut out those frequencies, and I also have a filter here as well. And I never run these mixes at 100%. I kind of just mix to taste. So it looks like my G EQ's up a little bit. This is the first Sunday I've used that, and I really liked it. And then I have this tilt EQ here. Compression-wise, JFET compressor is kind of like 1176. Again, mix at 61%. This is a really nice addition to my compressor that I've made recently, which is a sidechain. So I have another tilt EQ here with a high cut around 500 hertz. So essentially what that's doing is it's cutting out the lower frequencies and it's allowing the higher frequencies to come through. So it's side chaining and kind of capping off the lower frequencies. At least that's what I think is going on. So yeah, I'll throw in that. Let's see, and I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So again, this is the wobble, I call it. Then we go into the main intro line. Oh, forgot about one thing. Now this is called bridge octave. I didn't rename it, but this is actually that little part, the swell part, which I'm not going to get to my pedal at the moment, the volume pedal, but it's kind of those swells. Actually, let's do it. So this is in the verse line. So you have the... And then when I was listening through the song, I kind of heard this. So I have the level really low on that too. So yeah, a little bit of chorus on that. I'm sure you'll probably see it in the other blocks as well. I've found that chorus in a very small, just little dose of chorus really helps to thicken. Because I'm making so many EQ cuts, I try to thicken what I do save, at least in my thinking. So that's what I use this chorus block for, to kind of thicken what I have left in my tone. And that's pretty much it. So that's in the verses. And then we have that verse tone again, or the pre-chorus. Yep. And then you have the bridge. If I can switch to it. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of the tone for the Joy that I was able to put together. Yeah, and see you next time.
To your feet, we're so excited you're here. Come on, we've got a reason to sing today. We've got a reason to worship. Come on, we can place all of our hope, all of our trust, everything that we have belongs to Him. All the breath in our lungs. So come on, we sing it out together.
This is the day you made, so I'll rejoice and be glad, rejoice and be glad in it. This is where I believe that you are more than enough for me. You are faithful to your promise, you are strong when I am weak. When I'm standing in your presence, I
think about all that God has done in my life, when I think about what he's doing in our church and in our community, man, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful.